Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Trends. I'm Silverbacked, and in this video I'm going to go through my Heikin Ashi candle analysis of the top 10 largest cap cryptos. I'll let you know exactly whether we're looking to long them, short them, or it's ranging and I'm going to stay out of it. My entire portfolio defaults to USD, and I'll bring out a section of it. I'm usually focused on the top 10. I've just got these ones here listed so I know what's approaching or what might be a rising star. And I might even just trade those separately out of this account, but for the purpose of this video I'm going to basically run a portfolio of 10 assets, and I'll allocate up to 10% to each of them. So, and then I'll go through each one of these today and to show exactly how I do it. I do have a current SUI position, and I know it's $3.38 is the stop loss because I just moved it up, so that I can actually mark that as long straight away because it's already a position that we're holding without even checking, and that's the only one we do have. Everything else is closed out or whatever, or either in profit or in a loss. So I'll finish off the video with a wrap up of exactly how the portfolio is going on a run rate of the last 7 days for ROI percentage. And we'll go from there. So starting out with BTC, I want to get this my charts up first. So let's get that happening. And yeah, so as I said, I use Heikin Ashi. I can probably just this is probably going to be a little bit confusing to look at. So I'm trying to just show you how you don't actually need anything except for technical price analysis. So I'll change everything back to, I'll even take away the key levels and market sessions. So this is a really, I've got an alarm there, just get rid of that too, sorry. So there's nothing on my chart. Nope, there's nothing there. So this is a nice clean chart. This is how it comes straight out of the box if you are using trading view charts. Obviously this is what I'm using. And all you got to do is just come into here and go down to search for Heikin Ashi, wherever the hell that is. Here it is, here. Right, Heikin Ashi. I've already got it up here. So, okay. So the way I'm basically looking at this, I'll just quickly run through this and the top 10, and I'll tell you exactly whether I'm long, short, or it's ranging, and I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to allocate up to 10% on each in my account, and I'll show you how I use the exchange with 1x leverage. So in other words, it's a derivatives exchange, so I'm actually placing a bet on the future price of what I believe Bitcoin's will be. In other words, long or short. So it's the same thing as holding Bitcoin. If I'm spot long and I'm holding Bitcoin in my wallet, I'm just hodling. I'm a spot long trader. Alright, so if you go into an exchange and go long the future price of BTC in a futures exchange, derivatives exchange, like I do here, I'm betting on the future price being higher, and therefore I'll make money as the price goes up with my USD based around the future appreciation of Bitcoin, or depreciation if I think it's going down. So that's what I'm going to summarize here for the top 10 assets, and I'll show you exactly how it works in the exchange. If I end up placing a trade here, as of yesterday, I was only in one pair because the market had gone up quite considerably, and it's like rolling over. As you can see, it looks like it is here too. So let's start off with, let's kick it off with BTC, and so that's with Heikin Ashi, the way it works is a wick above, wick below means price indecision. So I'm not really interested in getting a trade on there. Ethereum, again, I've got a big doji, a wick up, a wick above, a wick below, irrespective of the color. I won't go into that. XRP is actually a fresh long, so I'll be going long XRP, and I will be squeeze this as much as I can. Now what I want to do is, because this candle is the one I'm acting on, not the last one, and I want to go down below these candles, and I want to basically come down to the last wick, copy that, and then put that straight into my exchange. You know what? I might even do it I'll do it live as we go. How about that? So all right, let's look for XRP. It's right there. So okay, we'll do it live. Okay, so I just want to enter long, right? So what you want to do is make sure your leverage is as low as you need it to be. I'm doing 1x leverage, so that's obviously no leverage. Isolated, you want to go isolated, not crossed, otherwise this trade, if it goes against you, will actually go into the rest of your funds in your account. Alright, so it's like you'll end up with no liquidation price that'll just keep on draining your account. So you might have a really good trade and a bad trade. You go woohoo on the good trade, but the bad trade actually just took away all your profits. So you can go, yeah. So you just to keep it, control of exactly what your losses are. Limit your losses. You want to go a limit order as well. That'll limit your fees. Don't go market, go limit, and then the amount I put in here is 10% is basically what I said. So 504, 504 is 10% of my account to go into XRP. I'm going a limit order long, and remember I copied that stop loss level. I just chucked that in here. So that's where I want it to stop out in case it starts to reverse back against me. So what I do, I set all this up, limit, I've got my leverage right, isolated, and then basically just before I hit open long, I just hit this word last, and it'll bring it to the last price, and then it's got more chance of being filled without too much stuffing around. So let me just change it to normal candles so I can see what the actual price is. So when you go Heikin Ashi, you can't actually see. So the price has already gone up. So I need to just move that up a little tiny bit to get filled. And just keep on stretching it out like this, and you'll be able to move it up. Obviously this is a good, there you go, now I'm filled. Okay, so I'm filled, and also it automatically set my stop loss down here. So that's it. So that's XRP. I'll go in and enter this into my chart anyway. So XRP, because I'll flash this at the end so you guys can know where I set my stop losses. The next is BNB. BNB, I am staying out of that. Wick above and below, not touching it. Solana, again, undecided. Wick above and below, not touching it. ADA, again, a wick above and below. We are at a pivotal point where we're going to probably reverse and come down and maybe retrace. Maybe a good 50% of the last move, or maybe another 5-6%. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets wiped off on some of these assets anyway. I'll just clear that out. So yeah, that's a doji. Wick above, wick below, not touching it. TRX, again, wick below and above, not touching it. Sui. I wouldn't touch it if you're brand new and you're looking to place a trade. I wouldn't get it now because there's a wick above and wick below. We got in somewhere around about here, and we've ridden it up, and I've actually got a stop loss here at $3.80. So for those people that are already in it, if you're fresh, I wouldn't jump in it now. So that was pretty simple. Basically. There's only two positions in the whole portfolio. There we go. All right. Well, that was so quick. I might even go through some of the from 11 to 15 and also 11 to 18 on the charts, in case any of you guys are following that. Because I was done in record time. AVAX, I would stay out. XLM, stay out. TON, stay out. SHIB, stay out. HBAR, stay out. BCH, stay out. OKB, nope, no trend. DOT, no trend. Well, and these are all my extras. So yeah, so that's basically the top 18. So this is all correct at time of filming. So basically that's it for that. Now let's go in and have a look and see how. Where are we? Let's see how the account's progressing. So we've obviously got this existing SUI position that's up 17.24. It's been up, it's been down, but it's generally 17% up. So that's been sort of carrying us through. Now that we've actually closed in on the stop loss level, because we've now trailed our stop due to the fact that there's indecision in the price showing up with these Heikin Ashi candles, we now have a close stop. So we now can't lose on this trade. To look at think you just pressed that one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So the last 7 days, the new 7-day rolling balance is 1.36% on the account. And here's our two trades, two current positions we've got running here. You know, I do, as I said, I've got Silverback Gorilla under copy trading on Bitfinex. There's a link somewhere down the bottom if you want to try and find this one, where all these trades that I do on these videos, I actually run it through here, so you can actually go into this vault and find Silverback Gorilla and get 90% of the gains if you don't know how to place all these trades and stop losses and stuff. But you know, the video is for me to show you exactly how to do it yourself, so you don't need to give up 10% of your earnings. You just do it yourself. MEXC, we have a Bitcoin only vault here. Assessment zone instructions. Early stage, blah blah. It's just warnings on new coins. Risk disclaimer. Yeah, that's fine. With MEXC, I basically use that for a bag of just BTC. So if you want to have like a bigger bag of BTC and just keep, you know, your portfolio of the top 10 separate, this is what I created this for. I'm going to be starting one on Bitfinex as well for those people that I mean, MEXC is good for I think Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. I think I got all of them there. Bitfinex is good for worldwide. So I've already got this one set up here under the name of Bitcoin Back Gorilla. I'm the only one that says Bitcoin Back Gorilla there. There's no trades on currently because, as you saw with my TA there on Bitcoin, we've got a wick above, wick below. There's no clear trend. By tomorrow, it looks as though we're getting some movement there where if we come back in tomorrow and that candle closes like that, I will get long on Bitcoin again. But we jumped out because of this volatility here. As soon as that volatility comes in, I basically put a little pin in it down here, and if it goes any bigger, well, actually I'll put the pin just there, actually. Let me just write this. Okay, so that's where I drew the line in the sand on that candle. As we came up to it, and then I actually missed it on the following day when it had closed. But when I came back in there, it had done this, and I go, okay, well we should be out of it. So I just closed the position. I think it was 0.3% we lost. So if we got in down here, we got in all those gains. So let's say if we got in on that candle, this is what you can sort of expect. 10.34% move on BTC from. This is not me. I'm not taking any credit. This is just the candle. So we would have got out there. So 10.97% in 7 days, which is not bad. 10.97 divided by 7 days. That's 1.56% a day. Times that by 31 for a month. That's 48% in 1 month. And don't forget, zero leverage as well. Like it's 1x leverage. So, and you know what? When it gets up to really, really high, it gets toppy and starts wanting to do candles like this and trends like this, we're gonna write it down as well. So no matter whether it goes up or goes down, that's the whole point of this. You can trade spot, you know, if you want to, but you know, just doing this as a 1x leverage of the future price of the asset basically just gives you an extra dimension there where you make money. You can make money when the market's going up and going down, because there are times, as you just saw with the analysis I did, I'm sitting out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 assets that I'm not currently in because they're not trending. So I've got 80% of my portfolio in USD on the sidelines, ready to trade. As soon as I get a long or short, like a trend, I'll be doing these videos every day. I'll come back to you and let you know exactly what I'm doing, and when I do get in, I'll let you know what the stop loss levels are. As I say, I use BitChinex because it's worldwide, but MEXC is really good. They've been around for seven years or something like that. Not a plug for MEXC, but there is the Bitcoin pool I've got over there. Is if you want to put a larger amount, because like some people don't want to put like an even amount through all these. I put a BTC position here too, like 10%, 10%, 10%, 10% of the portfolio, because it's all spot. Like I can't get liquidated. I'll give you an idea, and I'll round off the video with this, because I usually don't have time to go into these sort of details because I want to keep the video short. If I come into here, okay, so let's go to BitChinex trade. I think this will take me to the right account. Yes, okay. So so when I say there's, I can't technically say there's no liquidation risk, but XRP, let's say, let's pull up. Well, Sui, that's one position we got going. Okay, so I've got isolated 1x leverage. I put 10% of my account in there, as you can see, as a starting amount. When I don't have anything bigger than that as far as my size in the market, because I'm only 1x, there's no leverage, and the price is $3.52. Alright, so my estimated liquidation price is 0.017. So if I basically come in here and go, this is how you work it out: 3.52 50, take away the liquidation price 0.0170 equals. Alright, so that's how much the price would have to come down for me to get to face liquidation, to meet the liquidation level. So if I go that divided by 3.525, because that's where I started from, times 100, the price would have to fall on Sui by 99.517% for me to get liquidated. So essentially I'll put myself in a situation where I can't get liquidated. Now the other aspect, which is a bit subtle, but I don't usually have time to go into it, but I always do limit orders and say don't do market orders, right? So what happens is over here you got to make a fee and a take a fee. So the people that are just doing market orders are takers, and the people that are placing orders on the order book, so waiting to be filled, they're making the market, so they're actually creating the order book. So I always make sure that I do a limit order instead of a market order every single time on every single order. And then what happens is, you can see here where it says realized profit, realized P&L. It's 0.044 or whatever. So if I'm long and just holding my position there over time, and let's say I'm winning, and when it's time to get out, or when I move my stop loss up and preserve my profit, I also get this here as well. So this is like realized P&L. That just goes into my account. I'm getting paid a percentage every 8 hours, I think, from the market takers, or the people that are actually short while I'm long, that get liquidated. I'm actually getting. You can see here funding. There's a funding rate. You can see as in the green there. So yeah, I'm getting 14 cents there so far on this position. So yeah, that's how it works. So I'm actually instead of paying a fee, I'm paying a fraction, almost a third of the fee to start with, and then I get paid for holding my position on the trade on the markets, because I'm helping them create their futures market they have here. So and all I'm doing is just punching in the trend that I see on the charts, and it's pretty straightforward, and again, I can manage all these trades no problem at all. Anyway, so I said I would go through all these. Yeah, I've already done it already. So yeah, that's it. I'll just round it out there. Nice quick short video today.